Thank you for audience and VIP guests for come this today to Bizcom event. The power of big data to increase yourself. Thank you for the speaker, Mr. Martin. Thank you for come, Mr. Billy from Kopera, Mr. Amin from Sonar, and the moderator, Mr. Rayko. Thank you. Who willing to come to share their knowledge. I really appreciate that. Okay. About Bizcom. What is a Bizcom? Bizcom is aggregator platform for business. So our vision is leveling up and connecting people. Our mission, collaborate, partnership, and we build a engine. Our engine is a market aggregator. And next, we choose this topic about big data because big data really important nowadays. Hopefully, through this event, you can learn more and make good and valuable knowledge that you can apply in your business. Also, please connect and mingle each other after event. Don't forget to visiting to our portal like One Academy and Goers, Sonar, Kopera, Algorithma, and HartLogic. I'm Sandra as a CEO, and please enjoy this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sandra, for your opening speech. Please, to Mr. Nayoko to moderate this presentation.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I believe I have a presentation to show. Introduction of what Algorithma does. So we're a data science school. We train people to be able to read and mengolah data. To make sure that they can visualize the data and also automate and create prediction from the data that companies already have. So yeah, this is why we need data science because as you can see, software is eating the world. Can you go down? By 2016, last year, as you can see, the top 5 companies in S&P 500 are the software companies, and 52% of the company in S&P 500 dari tahun 2000 is already bankrupt. So there's a big change that's going on, and the technological change keeps on going and becoming faster and faster. It is also a matter of education as well ya. Banyak kali mungkin dari government haven't really been investing so much into mathematics, science, and so forth. Banyak kan ngambilnya kalau Pak Mama diajak ngomong kan udah ngambil bisnis saja, semua orang pada ngambilnya bisnis. So not a lot of people are taking technical skills in this case. So we're trying to help bridge the gap right now between the supply and the demand. So that's us, Algorithma. I'm gonna pass this along to the next speaker who will present about their company. Martin.
Thank you. So, good morning. My name is Martijn. I'm from the Netherlands, but I've been living and working in Indonesia, Jakarta, for around 5 years now. I am the head of analytics at Julo, and we are a financial technology startup based in Jakarta. And I'm just going to highlight some of the things that we do as a company and how we utilize big data, data science, and some of these algorithms that were just explained by the previous speaker. Just to highlight a little bit about what I'll talk about. So briefly, what is Julo? We use data science or machine learning based solutions to solve social financial problems in Indonesia. As I said, we are a fintech. Fintech means financial technology. So we both focus on the financial side of things. We offer financial products and on the technology side of things. So half of our team is actually developers, software developers, data scientists, Android developers who develop technology in this space.
Good afternoon all. I would like to say thanks to from Sandra to invite me and present about Kopera and sharing about big data and machine learning about Kopera. And the topic of discussions today that I will deliver to you is turning big data into a gold mine. We understand that there is a huge problem that is happening in the business itself that being categorized into 2 segments. The first one would be for those target markets that are operating as the SMEs, they have understood that by exploring digital marketing, it will enable them to analyze the data and operate with a budget that is suitable within their means. However, the problems that we see on the market is those SMEs have the basic understanding about the importance of advertising through digital marketing and digital media. However, the only thing that they are lacking of is the lack of technological and advanced knowledge on how to operate in digital marketing. And second part would be, since they have that limited knowledge, they would be thinking of appointing an agency to help them running their digital marketing campaign. However, since they have limited budget to operate with digital marketing, it would be very difficult for those segments to find digital marketing that will be able and willing to help with their digital marketing campaign.
Hello, good morning. My name is Amin and I'm the CEO of Sonar Platform. So in a nutshell, Sonar is a social intelligence platform. So what we do is we analyze social media data across many channels and we try to compile them into insightful insights to our subscribers. So today my topic is going to be very quick and be very specific. So I'm going to touch on the power of big data in influencer marketing. So some quick numbers. So now in the number of influencers and the number of marketers using influencers is really gaining steam. So according to e-consultancy, 60% of brands, especially in fashion and beauty brands, have used influencers during any time of their marketing.
Thank you very much. So we move on into the panel talk. Would like to invite the speakers to come on board. Saya mau tanya di audience di sini, how many are you actually are using data on a day-to-day basis di sini? Maybe if we can get a hands up to see ada beberapa orang yang memakai data on day-to-day. Cuma satu orang. Yang lainnya belum ada sama sekali. Okay, wow. So I guess we have to really explain the concept a bit deeper, yeah? Maybe we'll start first, I guess. Martin, like, why is it important for your company to utilize and organize data? What's for most of the people who are not using data, what is the importance of that?
Sure. So apart from what I've already mentioned in the presentation, is where this data is essential to the way we drive our business, right? That's the obvious answer. Maybe to explain a little bit about the value of data in general, I think we have a business culture at our startup where we really try to be what we call data driven. So every single thing that we do is supported by data. Every decision that we make, we do that by diving into the data and actually finding evidence that supports this particular decision. And what might such a decision be? It could be, the next 5 people that we want to hire. Where do we need those people to be? What kind of background do we need these people to have? It could be a feature on the app. Maybe we want to introduce a live chat to our customer service or something like that. Well, before we make, it sounds like a good idea, but we don't actually know this before we dive into the data and see, is this actually a problem that we're facing? Can we provide evidence for that through past interactions with our customers? If yes, okay, then maybe this is a direction that we take.
I think a lot of people here really care a lot about how does this impact my bottom line, right? How does big data actually impact my bottom line? How does this impact my profitability and everything? Maybe you guys can explain a bit more on how this would translate to that.
Yeah, so as I mentioned in my slides, that in the context of digital marketing, especially influencers, and also I think in terms of other marketing too, that since digital is so measurable, is you can actually predict, and you can also measure based on the numbers, because it's different than any other kind of marketing that everything is a guess or like a creative guess. But in in digital, the tools are out there. The people that use the tools also are out there. So I don't think there's any excuse not to use data anymore. It's cheap. I mean, it's rarely, it actually depends on what kind of tools you use, but it's very cost effective, and the results actually trump the spend if you actually have the people that will use it right.
Okay. Do you have any example of how it would reduce cost? I know you mentioned about like how they would optimize and increase your revenue essentially, right?
Yep.
How about on efficiency side?
Okay, so just example, if I said you're running an agency that hires influencers, the cost of hiring people that have to go through each profile one by one. As I said, one person takes like a minute or 30 seconds to actually define one profile. With this big data, you can go through thousands in 1-2 seconds. So
not only saving money but time as well.
Saving time, saving money, saving a lot of things. So I think that's the most essential thing. Saving time and money with data is something that there's no excuse for anymore.
Okay. Any other
Well, basically, what we have encountered with the efficiencies and cost minimizations, which leads to profit maximization, is that with the tools that will be able to automate most of the processes, which translates to fewer and fewer employees that you will need to employ to handle a certain amount of work. With that having in mind, that means our OPEX on a monthly basis is not going to be as high, since we need to handle quite a huge or an enormous amount of data. And at the end of the day, we will also be able to increase the numbers on the bottom line, simply because with the data that we are able to analyze, we are also able to come up with a lot of strategies on how to improvise your business in many ways. So it doesn't have to be in specifically on the digital marketing campaign side. It could be some improvement on the platform. It could mean that on the payment systems could be improved. So at the end of the day, the bottom line of the company can be improved by using the data and the analysis that you have done.
Do you have to be digital to be using this? Because most of the people here probably are in traditional businesses, right? So how do you guys, as somebody in a digital player, help these guys, for example?
Okay. You don't have to be a digital business owners to utilize all of this data. What you have to do is basically understand the value of the data, and by understanding the value of the data, you will be able to infer the meaning that the data shows based on the operational side of the company, based on the marketing side of the company, based on the financial side of the company. And how we can help our clients is that we are able to save quite a lot of time in terms of the amount of work that should be done in running digital marketing campaign. And secondly, we are able to save a lot of money for our clients, since all of that optimization processes are being handled by the engine itself, and it is able to calculate and analyze through the AI, which enables to improve the conversions that you can experience, the revenue that you can earn. So at the end of the day, what we will be able to help with our clients is the increase in productivity and increase in the revenue and decrease in cost.
Anything? And a lot of times also with traditional businesses, the way they collect data is also important for it to be useful. What would you oversee some of the challenges when a business that is more traditional, that has no experience in this data and collecting data, where would they start essentially when they want to get into this?
Yeah, that's definitely a challenge, I think. First of all, it's about finding the right people who can help you in setting up this infrastructure. There's a technology component here that needs to be invested in. There's a learning curve to start working with this type of technology.